turn me into a giant. A thin line between living and I'm on the edge and I might just dive in. No turning back, man, I'm ready to go. Coming with me or I'm going alone. Changes, man, I'm talking changes. On a crash course, but I ain't afraid of danger. Now let me give you what you came for. Coming up, I'm coming up. Feel the rush, I feel the rush. If this ain't legendary, what you call it? I said if this ain't legendary, what you call it? Feel the vibe, I feel the vibe. Extra live, I'm extra live. And I don't need improvement. Fell asleep, a man woke up superhuman.
It's that real. I'm saying. Ran up on him. I ain't say he looking for me. I don't really give a. Oh man. Cause I'm all up. Ran up on him. I ain't say he looking for me. I don't really give a. Oh no. Oh man. Cause I'm all up. Ran up on him.
Ain't getting it back, so don't you bother me. Been on my line, ain't hitting them back, so why he calling me? They know he ride with. He tryna stop a G, tryna make it hard for me, tryna make it hard
Ran
for
up on
me.
him. Say he got him for the dub. And what he giving, showing love. Break it down and didn't know the ropes. Now he calling my phone, talking about it. Yeah, it was yours, but it's mine now. Talk about it, so we gon' find out. Everybody, when we ride out, jump out. Still in it, now we gon' hide out. Sell it back to you for that. Try something, then it's bye-bye. Laugh in your face like ha-ha. Ran off on him. Everybody think I'm tripping. Ain't nobody give a when I ain't have a. Just hit another. Now I'm back on my feet. I got that for the cheap. Everybody come shop with me, cause I done ran off on him. I ain't say he looking for me. I don't really give a.
No. Oh man.
Cause I'm all up. Ran up on him. I ain't say he looking for me. I don't really give a.
Oh no. Oh man.
Cause I'm all up. Ran up on him.
Ain't getting it back, so don't you bother me. Been on my line, ain't hitting them back, so why he calling me? They know he ride. Tryna stop a G, tryna make it hard for me, tryna make it hard
Ran up
for
on
me.
him.
Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up,
I'm in the 7, I'm gonna act up. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up. Spilling the tea, stirring the cup. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'm in the 7, I'm.
We get a look at the sun shining on the buildings of downtown Salt Lake City, Utah. Our broadcast location today. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brent Barry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. And the Clippers starting five. They've got Ivica Zubac. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the one spot. And for the Jazz, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. O'Neal is out there with Donovan, and it's Gobert in the center position. Brent, two explosive backcourts. When you were playing, who was the toughest guard that you found to defend?
Well, I would start off with a guy named Allen Iverson. And the reason that I start with that, Kevin, the reason I start with Kevin is I just saw the back of the jersey all the time, so I remember Iverson clear as day. But if I went deeper, I would tell you guarding the Hall of Famer Mitch Richmond at a time when he was playing for the Sacramento Kings, they would run an offensive set, much like for Reggie Miller, multiple screens by a bunch of guys who were big and strong. That was not good for me to try to fight through those kind of screens. But if you gave Mitch Richmond 8 inches, 2 points.
And Richmond was strong and had bulk to his body.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me, Kevin.
I can see the bruises. And it's Mitchell missing.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Now, here's George. Pass to Zubac. Back to George. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Think back to when Paul George entered the league in the 2010-11 season for the Indiana Pacers, a skinny kid. Not so much anymore.
Now here's Conley. Over Beverly. Conley gets the bucket. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles.
And the Clippers franchise joined this league in 1970. They've never made it past the conference semifinals.
Yeah, but the last few years, when you talk about the landscape of Los Angeles, the Clippers have had a remarkable run. Much better record than the Lakers have had in Tinseltown. And so surprising to think of all the talent that's come through the Clipper doors in prior years. But this could be the year with these additions where they break through.
And that one's good. Beverly.
That's all about balance there. You focus on the rim no matter what's happening around you. And Patrick Beverly knocks one down.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Doc Rivers a few minutes ago. He said their first order of business will be contending with the high-flying Donovan Mitchell, who is very dangerous with the ball in his hands. Look to apply pressure to try to keep him off of balance. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
And you have to admire his confidence on that, but there's no way that's going to fall.
Coaches will tell you that's a bad shot, but when your teammates tell you that, you probably got to think about it.
Now, here is O'Neal. Following the miss by Marcus Morris. Mitchell finds Conley. 17 seconds left to play in the first. Mitchell passes to Gobert. And the clock kept alive. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. This is his first free throw of the game.
At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. That one is no good. Here's Shamet. Williams takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Although he's a little bit smaller, Lou Williams does not deter himself from getting inside and scoring over the top of the trees.
And that does it for the first quarter. Clippers lead by 5. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get the points at the rim?
That worked wonders for them in quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
Now Clarkson, and a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the Jazz, Emmanuel Mudiay out there with Clarkson. And it's Rudy Gobert. Then there's Davis, and it's Ingles in at the small forward position.
Always impressive when a smaller player has a nose for the ball and rises up amongst the taller ones to grab rebounds.
Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial 6th Man of the Year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
And it goes down 2 points. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. And there's the pass to Ingles. He kicks it to Clarkson. Mudiay against Jackson. Mudiay dishes to Davis. Shot clock at 5. From deep. It's rebounded by Lou Williams.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
And here's Green outside. Good. And the nice assist for Williams. Green's got the lead up to 7 now for Los Angeles. Here's Clarkson. And with the summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
Here's Jackson following the basket by Emmanuel Mudiay. 52 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Williams. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Mudiay kicks to Gobert. Clarkson against Williams. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut to just 5 points on the basket from Clarkson.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Shamet trying to break loose. Bucket is good. Jackson's got his second bucket.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Now, here's Clarkson. 5 points in the game. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Trains the three-pointer. Mudiay's got 5 points in the quarter.
Have to appreciate how comfortable Mudiay looked taking that one. Released it as soon as he caught it.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Los Angeles on top, up 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you very much. Lou, in the first half, your offense was clicking. What was the difference getting off to a hot start?
I think we play with a lot of energy. The ball swinging around. They're using a lot of help side defense. We're just taking advantage of it.
And really breaking them down. Thanks, Lou. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark of 5 in the period. The second quarter was a heated battle, and they were only outscored by 1, ending the half with a 4-point lead. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, they showed a lot of discipline on offense. Called some high percentage plays. Even when the defense devised different looks, they always seem to have the answer. That's good coaching.
And Shaq, how do you think the Jazz were playing?
Well, they're not matching up well defensively, giving up a lot of open looks, a lot of easy points. They're allowing a crazy high shooting percentage, 60% and up. Time to step it up quick.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You gotta like what Jordan Clarkson has done in this game.
I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
Yeah, avalanche warning in this one. He is just on a roll.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2. Now here's Conley. Over Beverley. Conley's shot is off. Greg, some folks suspected Conley might be moved when Memphis had a shot at drafting John Moran. Right before the draft, that deal took place.
I'll tell you what, he looks to be a great fit in Utah. Can be that third star the team needs to push them to the next level. Utah had to give up a fair sum to get him, but it was worth the risk.
Here's Conley after the basket by Los Angeles. Off target from outside. Over in the corner, Beverley. Here's the 3. The rebound by the Jazz. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul. And they were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it. And Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz, D.A. Thank you. So it's the Jazz now after the Clippers pick up 2. Here's Conley. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And already over a decade in the league for Mike Conley. He never got past the numbers game to make the All-Star team in the crowded Western Conference, but make no mistake about it, Conley is star caliber.
The first one falls. And Greg, you talked to Conley. He'll admit he's been frustrated trying to break through and get that recognition.
Still, the way he plays the game, not focused on his individual numbers, unselfish, and focused on what the team needs to win.
Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. And Conley drops them both.
Still a solid point guard in this league. When Conley is healthy, he makes a considerable impact on both ends.
Beverley against Conley. Outside Leonard for 3. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That's his first foul for the Jazz. Joe Ingles comes in for Gobert. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Mike Conley. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Williams is checked in. Jazz trail by 6. 1:05 left in the third. Mitchell outside. uses the glass to finish the layup. Mitchell's got his first points of the game.
And how about the move he made there to come up and get himself clear in the lane for the deuce?
Stolen by Clarkson. In transition, here come the Jazz. Clarkson's running. Passes to Bogdanovich. The Clippers grab the miss.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Here's Williams. Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
I'm not sure where the lack of focus comes in there, Kevin. That's not like him. The defense is close. Enough space.
Here's O'Neal. Great that time from Leonard.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
And it's Leonard with the jam.
Really, with that level of speed and power, it is so difficult to keep Leonard from scoring on the drive.
The third quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by 6. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. They've got O'Neal, Donovan Mitchell, Jordan Clark, and there's Bojan Bogdanovic, and it's Ingles at the 4. That's the group right now for Utah. Jazz trail by 6. Mitchell looking over. With the floater. Rebound by Harrell. The Clippers shooting a tremendous 61% from the floor. Hitting on all cylinders. Mitchell against Jackson. Right side Leonard. Back to Jackson. This one for 3. No good on the shot. The Jazz go the other way with it. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. The drive by Mitchell. Not going to go that time. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Harrell. Gobert, he's checked in for the Jazz. Mike Conley comes in for Jordan Clarkson. The Clippers also making some changes. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's George in for Reggie Jackson. Jazz trail by 6. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
There's a minute 40 left to play in the final quarter. George against Conley. Outside Williams. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one. Mitchell against George. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket for Mitchell.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Take a look at him, locked in right now in this moment, wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're ahead by 4. 1:15 left in the fourth quarter. chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Lou Williams.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Morris is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. He told us guys, this is it. We need one final push here. Everyone working together. Let's go get these guys. He also talked about making smart plays with the ball. Kevin, you can't have any mistakes at this point of the game.
Utah calls timeout. They're trailing by 6. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the fourth. There's 57 seconds left in the game. George against Mitchell. 13 feet away. That one, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Pass to Beverly. Oh, Leonard in position.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Mitchell outside. Over George. Mitchell's shot is good.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 6-point game.
Shooting 2.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
I think Patrick Beverly, for the entirety of his NBA career, is really going to embrace the role of being the villain. Has no problem with it whatsoever.
And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 7-point lead. And the Jazz call time here. They're trailing by 7. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. .26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lets a floater go.
You can't toss up the weak stuff around Paul George. He sees it coming and uses his reach to get to it.
And here's Beverly. And there's the defensive 3-second call.
One shot.
And the technical free throw is good.
Think about Paul George in his second year being named most improved player. He's gotten better from that point, and you don't have to win an award every year to prove it.
So the Clippers with the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together, and we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight. Back to Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony, Brett Perry, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.
Sidelines to the limelight, and I shine bright. Ice cold bars, Klondike, and I never move with dope. This ain't blindside, oh. Finite, but you feel the spirit, whole flow, shine light, so glow. Every lyric skin cold, cold, so most. Like Rondo on my glow when I pivot, oh. That's why I be on my own. I hope you don't try to take none. Think I'm lying? Better dip.
Spin as you go, helicopter. Spin as you go, helicopter. Spin as you go, helicopter.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. We'll be right back with more.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome to tonight's broadcast where the Dallas Mavericks will go up against the New York Knicks. For the Knicks, a big point of emphasis: control the tempo, push it at your speed. Don't let them slow the game down. And also don't allow yourselves to get rushed, because that's when mistakes happen. How good is it to see Kristaps Porzingis out there? You know, the guy who drafted him, Phil Jackson, wondered whether his body would hold up to the NBA grind. Is that still a valid concern?
Well, you could say that about all 7-footers, a lot of them. There's an extra strain, as I wouldn't know, but Shaq probably would. Only Porzingis, you know, he could do the best, but his physical shape is possible. But being that tall, Shaq, is it an extra strain put on your body?
Well, I don't really know, because I was a little thicker than he is. But he's a unicorn. When he's healthy, we know he has the potential to be a superstar. Keeping his body strong and flexible has to be a focus for this team.
That does it for us. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you later.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Doncic out there with Curry. And it's Powell in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Knicks, Barrett is out there with Alfred Payton. Then there's Mo Harkless. Then it's Taj Gibson. And it's Randle in at the 4.
And you look at the Mavericks' numbers last season, the need for shooting is obvious.
And I think, Greg, what's shocking is poor shooting is not something you have historically associated with the Mavs. But when you look at it through last season, they took a high rate of threes and a high rate of free throws. And yet, both of those percentages were poor. That's an area for improvement this season.
Well, you knew the Knicks were going to try and make a huge splash over the summer in free agency.
But you know this, Greg. Sometimes you swing hard at the pitch and you miss. And that's one of the problems of putting all your eggs in the free agency basket.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
And in their history, the Dallas Mavericks have never moved up in the draft, and they needed to do so this summer to keep their pick.
Well, you think about it, Greg, they went into it with a little over a 26% chance to move up into the top 4. That did not happen. The Hawks collecting that 10th pick from the Luka Doncic trade.
He hits the second from the line.
Well, you think back to last season for the New York Knicks, worst team in the league. They could muster only 17 wins. But let's be frank here. This is an organization who knew the rebuild would be a process.
Now, here's Doncic. Lets it go from deep. No good on that one. Now the Knicks take it the other way. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Gibson, and it's Gibson finishing it off.
Well, you combine size, aggression, and toughness, and you get Taj Gibson. My goodness, nicely done.
And for the Knicks, they knew this is part of their rebuilding process.
And I think, Kevin, they made the most of their down year. This is an organization that hit the reset button with the Porzingis trade. But the one positive is I think they found several role players they might be able to utilize in the coming years.
To the middle. And Curry the bucket on the assist from Hardaway.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring, and Tim Hardaway says, you know what, my teammate's open, I'm going to get him the ball.
Now, here's Barrett. Passes it to Randall. Payton outside. 6 to shoot. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
Well, in the pick and roll, Elfrid Payton trying to advance his skill set. Nice play right there.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Well, with Kristaps Porzingis, you love not only the skill, but the passion he plays with. You would never use the descriptor passive with this guy.
And with Porzingis, as Doris, you mentioned, that energy he has is contagious.
Well, he is the prototypical modern NBA big, right? Porzingis can run the floor in transition. He can face up and shoot with range. He can put it on the deck, and he can play out of the post. What more could you ask?
That free throw good from Porzingis.
We know this about the Dallas Mavericks. They will put every piece of data and information to use in terms of trying to get an advantage. Think about it, guys. They are now doing blood tests, trying to head off injury for their players. They believe this gives them a clearer picture into the overall health of their athletes.
And both free throws good for Porzingis. And Doris, those blood tests you were talking about, always subject to player permission. They want to honor player privacy.
I think you have to, Kevin, and most of the Mavs have embraced it. These tests have the ability to measure almost 50 biomarkers. As an athlete, you're always trying to stay in peak form. As an organization, you're always trying to manage appropriately their workloads.
Right side Hardaway. Out to Doncic. It's stolen by Barrett. Pass to Randall. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Doncic feeling it out. Another shot, and he lays it up and in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Payton after Luka Doncic's bucket. Inside. Here's Randall. Porzingis with the block.
Porzingis so fast off the floor when he challenges a shot. Helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
Now about 3 minutes on in the first quarter. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. New York ahead, up by 3. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Knicks?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Mavericks trail by 3. We've got Knox. Mitchell Robinson out there with Bobby Portis. Then there's Reggie Bullock, and it's Ntilikina in at the 1. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Now here's Cauley-Stein. Rebounded by Knox.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Since taking over the starting role in 2018, Willie Cauley-Stein has lived up to his draft spot of being number 6, Greg, overall in 2015.
And you knew that a big man like Cauley-Stein would take a few years to develop, but at a legit 7 feet and great length, he is everything you could hope for in a starting center.
Here's Portis following the score by Dallas. Robinson passes to Knox, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Knox has got his first bucket in this one. Now here's Brunson. He's covered closely. Cloak loose. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Knocks it loose. And so it's New York with it. New York leading by 3. To the paint. Here's Knox. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Of course, you've seen a lot of these big men come and go in this league. Who would you say right now is the most complete big man in the NBA?
Well, 2 guys come to my mind immediately, and that's Joel Embiid, who I think probably could be more efficient with his three-point shooting, but is still enough of a threat that you have to guard him out there. They enter the ball through him in the post, and he can be a dominant scorer. He can also put it on the deck. And then Anthony Davis, who you could say all of those attributes that Joel Embiid has, the Brow has as well. Those are 2 of the most complete, dominant two-way big men in today's game.
And Wright kicks to Finney-Smith. And the pass to Brunson. Just 5 on the clock. Will it go? Knicks with the rebound. There's 45 seconds left here in the second. And it's Robinson with the jam.
Ntilikina may not be the prototypical lead guard, but he puts it on time and on target right there.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Brunson. Lets it go from 14. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
And it's the Mavericks on the break. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And with the pace of today's game, transition defense is at a premium.
I don't think anyone was catching him on that play. That is unbelievable.
And so it's the New York Knicks holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. We come back right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of the period, they had a 3-point lead. They were in the driver's seat once we got into the second quarter. Their lead is now 8 here at the half, and they've got all the momentum on their side. Hey, big fella, what's your take on New York so far?
I don't think anyone expected to see such numbers from the bench. You know, I'm impressed. It was what they needed, the jolt they needed, Ernie. Wow, I never knew their bench. Matter of fact, I don't even know any of their players coming off the bench. Man, keep going, bench guys.
Kenny, how do you think Dallas played?
Well, they're trailing in this game because they're shooting under 35%. Now, I've got to give a lot of credit to the defense, forcing the shooters off their spots and making them feel uncomfortable. But if someone takes something away from you, you have to be able to adapt. So they need a whole new game plan because right now they're in trouble.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And so Curry will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 8-point game. Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Curry is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Hardaway in at the 3 slot. Doncic passes to Hardaway. Clock at 4. From deep 3-point range. Offensive rebound Mavericks. And Doncic gets it to go.
Well, Luka Doncic has every skill necessary to be a difference maker on the boards. Let's begin with his great size.
Now here's Payton. Randle left side. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Doncic outside. Powell laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Well, so much of the last season have been lost time for Kristaps Porzingis. That ACL injury and then working back from it in the 2019 campaign. Never an easy road to start him.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for New York. The Mavericks also with a sub. Berea's checked in. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Outside Gibson. Here's Barrett. The shot, no good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Greg, with all the time that Porzingis has missed, it's easy to forget just how dominant he is when he's healthy.
KP is one of the few game-changing talents in our league. He can carry an offense and boost an entire team's defense with his presence on the floor.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. The promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. Well, Kevin, we know one thing. In New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
And D.A., that's when he is at his best. Thank you. Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
Bobby Portis is checked in for the Knicks. And Dallas with a change here, too. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. Mavericks trail by 4. Outside, Porzingis passes it to Berea. Back to Porzingis. It's good. Great play set up by Berea.
See, you can tell Porzingis knows when he's in close, he's got the kind of size, touch, and length to make that look easy.
Here's Barrett. A putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Knicks lead by 4.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Doncic, bounce pass. Porzingis, that's a 2. Nice shot from the wing. Porzingis has got 4 this quarter.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
And the Cold against Julius Randle. That is clean. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Knicks lead by 2. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Payton with the ball. Elfrid Payton is out there with Reggie Bullock. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then there's Mo Harkless. And it's Knox in at the power forward position. That's the 5 for New York right now. Here's Knox. Kicks to Bullock. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. And Curry pulls it down. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Trailing by 2. Pass to Kleba. Back to Curry. Porzingis against Portis. Porzingis passes to Doncic. It's good. This game is all even. Doncic has got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Mavs. Left side, Portis. Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Porzingis with the block. Payton against Doncic. Here's Curry. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
I think he's adding more toughness to his game, and it's great to see Seth Curry stick with it and finish strong.
New York calls timeout. They trail by 2. 1:46 left in the 4th. So for the Knicks, Taj Gibson's checked in for Bobby Portis. And Mitchell Robinson subbed in for Kevin Knox. The Mavericks also with a sub. Powell's checked in. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard David Fizdale talking to his team. He said he just wants them to play faster. It feels like they've been too lackadaisical with the ball and that their aggressiveness just isn't there right now. Kevin, back to you.
No good from Gibson.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Now here's Porzingis, Doncic, and another basket for Dallas.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Doncic against Payton. He dishes it to Gibson. Here's Harkless. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
Here's Doncic. The teardrop falls in. Doncic has got the lead up to 6 now for the Mavs.
Doncic relishes the opportunity to deliver in big moments. Gracious spotlight, young man.
Now here's Payton. High, arcing shot, and they're able to recover. And they go to the intentional foul. Here's Doncic, and so they foul intentionally.
Shooting 2.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
There's so much to like about Luka Doncic, but perhaps the best thing is he can contribute in every aspect of the game. Scoring, rebounding, passing, you name it.
And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're behind by 8. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kristaps Porzingis.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this. And on the road, no less. Barrett, no good. Outside Curry. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. KP, you guys got out on a break tonight. How did you get into transition so easily?
Yeah, we want to play faster, and that's what we try to do whenever they miss. We try to run, move the ball quick, and get easy buckets.
And you were able to beat him down the floor tonight, KP. Thanks a lot for your time. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
I'm a slick red type of, 'cause my band's big, girl. Wanna take a picture? So I hope you don't try to take none. Think I'm like, better dip.
back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up. Spilling the tea, stirring the cup. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up.
Is you thinking I'm jumping the leak in the lead immediately? Show up this evening and wait till you sleeping. Kicked it to open up, scanning for motion. I'm just trying to make all my pockets obese. Done with, I just want the Lucci. So me and all of my poochies can eat. For his loose change, take his boo thing.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, it'll be the Phoenix Suns going up against the Los Angeles Lakers at Staples Center. In Los Angeles, they feel like they're at their best. They start fast, get into a rhythm early on, and get everyone involved. Offense, defense, on the glass. They're looking for a total team effort tonight. And we'll see LeBron James playing in this one. He's made no secret he wants to be the first billionaire athlete.
First?
With his off-court investments and partnerships, he seems poised to do it, Diesel.
Yeah, to
billionaire. Billionaire with a B.
That said, he's just not in it for himself. He's always finding ways to be number two.
Number two?
Of course.
Who's number one?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I get it. He also wants to own an NBA franchise, and that's not chump change.
Sacramento Kings.
Yeah, Charlotte Hornets, Michael Jordan. But it's amazing what he's been able to do, honestly, though, both on and off the court.
We are ready now for the opening tip-off, and for that, we go to Kevin Harlan.
The Lakers coming through the tunnel with swagger. This looks like a team that's all set to go to work here at home. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The busy freeways of Los Angeles, a hallmark of this sprawling metropolis. We're coming to you from Southern California. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, and thanks for joining us on this fine Thursday afternoon. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is a sideline reporter. And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Oubre in at the 3. And for Los Angeles, Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Anthony Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. And Bradley in at the point guard position. A lot of speed out there, Chris. Should be a track meet tonight. You played in a number of systems. Did you prefer a faster game or a slower pace?
Oh, I preferred the fastest game. That's why I love the West Coast play. Now, you got some teams changing that, especially when you look at Milwaukee and Toronto. They play like West Coast teams, but, I love the West Coast style of play, and I love playing fast. It's a lot more fun for everyone.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Ricky Rubio picks one up.
The defensive specialist, Bradley, now a veteran. He's proven to be a guy who can contribute well as a starter or a bench reserve.
The first free throw is good. And Greg, when you evaluate Avery Bradley, the offense isn't what it once was, but the defense is certainly still there.
Yeah, Bradley has struggled with the scoring in recent years, but defense, that does not go cold. Still a menace to ball handlers, and his reach and length can suffocate perimeter players.
And so Bradley nails both of them. Here's Rubio. There's the pass to Booker. Great tee that time from Davis.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Knocked away. Oubre with the steal. Here's Booker, and Davis sends it back. Wow, hammering it in. And it's Davis with the ball for the Lakers. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I got a chance to chat a little bit with Frank Vogel. He said one of the key points defensively will be trying to limit the production of DeAndre Ayton, adding it's rare to see a player of his size and athleticism. And then you add in his shooting touch, he's a handful. And it makes the defense take very difficult choices. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. Here's LeBron after the Suns pick up 2. 5 to shoot. McGee finds James. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. Bradley against Saric. Now here's Bradley. He's tightly guarded. Great positioning on the putback.
This is why JaVale McGee is out here. When he hustles like this, his coaches and teammates notice.
Rubio with it. Booker outside. Over Green. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Oh, they've tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
58 seconds left here in the opening quarter. LeBron, good.
I like how James shoots off the pass. He knows how to catch the D by surprise.
The Suns have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. To the inside. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
A big group substitution here for the Lakers. Dwight Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Danny Green. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Avery Bradley. And the Suns here with a different look. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Kaminsky comes in for Saric. Mikal Bridges checked in for Oubre. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. Outside, Davis. Beyond the arc. Here's Howard. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Throughout his career, Howard has dominated the boards. The size, touch, and time that he possesses is just a lethal concoction.
Now here's Booker. The shot. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Lakers lead by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Well, it's part of their strategy coming in, no doubt. And there may not be that much their opponent can do about it.
The shoe culture becoming a bigger part of the game. Signature shoes, custom shoes, collections. P.J. Tucker with over 4,000 pairs of shoes. See, Webb, are you a collector?
I love it, and it's all because of the Jordan phenomenon. What Michael Jordan did for the game, not just with the shoe, but what he did for the game and making it be so cool in the culture. I got to give my boys in Michigan, give us a little credit, too, with what we did there. But the shoe game has definitely become something that's just crazy out of control. I love it, but no, yeah, I'm a little bit of a collector.
Setting the floor for the Suns, we've got Aaron Baines, Kaminsky out there with Bridges. Then there's Carter, and it's Jerome in at the point guard. Here's Jerome. Here's Baines over Howard. They get it back. Kaminsky, and finished off by Kaminsky.
He's so intelligent around the rim. Kaminsky found a way to own that possession.
here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Rondo passes to Morris. Phoenix grabs the miss.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
Well, a promising start last year from Mikal Bridges. The offense was there, but it was his impact defensively that has really gotten most people's attention. A lot of great tools for a young player.
Here's Kuzma. The three-pointer, no good. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Phoenix Suns. They trail by 1. They now take the lead. Carter's got his first 2 points of the night.
It makes up for a lack of speed with just tremendous effort and hustle on that play.
And with Bridges and his defense, great coaches speak very highly of his basketball IQ.
And that is why, as a rookie, he would often get assigned to guard the perimeter play. Good size and great instincts make him one of the best young defenders on the team.
Out of bounds, Suns ball as Phoenix keeps possession. And Los Angeles with some changes. James checked in for Howard. And it's Alex Caruso in for Caldwell Pope. And the Suns here with a different look. DeAndre Ayton's checked in for Aaron Baines. Saric comes in for Frank Kaminsky. Johnson, he's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And Ricky Rubio is subbed in for Carter. And Phoenix has possession. Only given up 2 points this quarter. Here's Jerome. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Kuzma. Jerome, no good. The Lakers trail. Here's Caruso. And again, no good by the Lakers.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
You're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to work for at the offensive end.
Now here's Johnson. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Rubio, the pass to Jerome. And that one is good. Jerome's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Suns on top as they dominate the last minutes of the quarter on an 8-0 run. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. They kept at it on both ends of the floor, and at the end of the period, they had a slight deficit of 3 points. They look like a more focused team in the second quarter, and what was an early deficit for them has turned into a 3-point lead at the break. Kenny, let's start with you. What did you think about the Suns?
Never relate to me ever in your entire life. And I'm positive 1,000,000% that you would never say any of this shit in your life. I'm 1,000,000% positive of that. And if you don't think so, let me go ahead and send this DM right now. Let me send this DM right now. Pull up to type right now, nigga. Pull up to New York. Some cool shit. I got your flight. Honestly, look, I slid. Look, I'm on the DM right now. All right, give me your name. Give me your birthday, bro. I'll fly you out to New York with some cool shit, bro. You want to kick it? You want to talk on a one-on-one? You can do that. You want to box on a one-on-one? You can do that. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. But I wouldn't do all this talking, my nigga, for the past 3, 4, 5 years if you ain't really about that shit. Like, you don't know me. That's females. That's females. That's some cool shit. Like, that's your eater. You a eater, so you can fool out. Yo, say about to get flued out. Yo, bro, we're gonna fly you out. We're gonna fly you out to New York.
Our
Come to
second
New
half
York,
of
bro.
basketball
Look,
and
I won't
presented
be
by
with these niggas, no
Gatorade.
security,
That
no
seems
nothing.
all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at the Lakers. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Avery Bradley is out there at green, and it's McGee in the center position. And
Yes man around here, yes man. When he's wrong, I'm gonna tell him he's wrong. And when he's right, I'm gonna tell him he's right. But when he's wrong, I'm still be behind him like he's right. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm always behind him. That we always gonna be behind each other.
That's good. It's Rubio.
For real.
Lakers got the lead up to 4 now.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You see this all too often. You have to be willing to play.
Now here's Green. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Bradley. Carries the 20-footer. There's the talk about lowering the minimum draft age from 19 back to 18. How much of a difference does that 1 year make in a player's maturity?
It makes so much difference. I mean, you're young, you're coming into a league, you're playing against a grown man.
Nobody's not saying making money, making this and that. But somebody say, instead of hating on the next nigga, instead of doing what it is all day, go some brand, something that can really
It is a maturity process, but at the same time, there's only such a few. If you're one of the few that have the skill set and you're ready to come to this level, we should welcome you with open arms.
Now here's Davis. Devin Booker missing his last shot. For the tie, Oubre pulls it in.
It's not easy to keep them from converting those.
We're not saying that money is everything. No one, I never did that. I've never tweeted or ever said money is everything. We're literally saying, instead of using your time to tweet, do some bread. He made not like 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. He made at least a good 10 videos in the past 3, 4 years.
Shot clock at 6.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about.
And there's Davis. That's good on the assist by Bradley.
I ain't gonna lie.
Nice look by Bradley.
You're
Moving into the open man.
and it's my brother, you know what I'm saying? So I had to speak on it. And that's just some other
49
shit.
seconds left to play in the third. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw. Last season we saw Kelly Oubre
like motherfuckers on YouTube, like I usually don't say shit so they just feel like they can say whatever they want. It's crazy. I never, this is not
they so desperately
this is not no
needed
beef shit. I
the
don't beef
long
with
arms.
niggas, bro.
He can
But
get in
it's
the
never a
passing
nigga
lanes,
that has
and
more
he
subscribers.
plays with tremendous
Any
energy.
nigga that has ever
And they
talked to
love
my name has never had more subscribers than me. It's always somebody below me, and I wonder why. You are the type of person to.
And the first one at the line is good.
And for the Lakers, 6 straight seasons outside the playoffs. Can you believe it's the worst record in the NBA over that span? I mean, for the league's premier franchise,
only point out my mistakes and doesn't
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Dwight Howard is checked in for JaVale McGee. Contavious Caldwell Pope comes in for Danny Green. And Alex Caruso in for Avery Bradley.
Reaction like fan base ass nigga and do it all the way around.
Caruso's got the ball here for the Lakers.
That's some sucker shit. That's some
LeBron.
bullshit. You a eater, my nigga. You're an opportunist. That's what opportunists do.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third.
Kick you out of down. They never want to praise you while you're up. I guarantee you this nigga has never said anything.
And it's good on the way. LeBron's got the game tied up here for the Lakers.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Now, here's Rubio. He is still scoreless so far in this one. Booker outside. Wants to go with a 3. Rebounded by Howard.
you just can't find it. He's got to keep grinding and looking for the best shot possible.
Puts it up for Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Off target with that shot.
And the ability of Caldwell Pope to get in the shooter's head. Love having a guy like him who puts a lot of energy into defense.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Los Angeles on top. They lead by 2. And time for the short break. And stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next.
Like, the shit was boring as fuck during this video, bro. Like, we went hopped on Instagram Live. I done changed and everything, my nigga. But there's much important things in this world than to be hanging on another nigga and be fanned out for 3 to 5 years, my nigga. Like, get a new hobby.
And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Slide you out to New York.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
Donate. Just go ahead and do your donation. Go ahead and move about your day, bro, because...
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it sucks that
Phoenix, looking who they got on the floor.
bullshit like that. And Rick, I got so many fans texting me like, yo, this nigga talking shit. Yo, this nigga talking shit. My fans are tired of seeing
Now, here's James.
Like
seriously, they're sick of that shit. And shout out to all the loyal supporters. I
Rebound by Johnson.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Clearly, I don't have to say it every day to let it be known. I want to see my brothers at 10 mil, right? I want to see everybody in SSH on 10 mil. If you're watching this stream, if you're watching this video, you're doing YouTube, whatever, I hope you get that job you wanted. I hope you get that interview you wanted. I hope you get that 1,000 subscribers you wanted. I hope everybody watching this has.
And the first one drops. Some changes for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Dwight Howard. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Caldwell Pope. And Phoenix also making a switch. Kaminsky's checked in. No good on the second free throw. The Lakers in the lead. Here's Rondo. Lays it up off the glass. Rondo's got his first basket.
And although not the biggest guy, you got to love how Rondo uses his body inside. Has a great touch as well around the rim.
Now here is Carter. Pass to Kaminsky. Five on the clock. The pass to Booker. From deep three-point range. That one no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Caruso. A three off the mark. Suns trail by 3. Looking to end his cold spell. And Booker with a nice bucket inside.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make when he plays down.
But it's just genius.
Phoenix calls timeout. They're down by 3. There's a minute 34 left here in the fourth quarter. Some changes for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Green comes in for Alex Caruso. And Bradley's subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Phoenix also making some changes. Ayton, he's checked in for Frank Kaminsky. Saric comes in for Johnson. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Crow. Let's go down to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Monty Williams talking with his team. This game is obviously close, could go either way, and he wanted to make sure that his guys were all on the same page and were all staying with the game plan in order to close this one out. Kevin?
That one misses from Saric.
Well, I just like the all-around game Saric possesses. I mean, it translates well this day and age. He's a big man. He can do it all. Score, pass, rebound, defend. He's tough. So wise in these spots. When Bradley's team needs a bucket, he loves being the one to take it.
Booker against Green. Baseline jumper. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to just 1 on the basket from Booker.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, Greg, this is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
Pass to Ayton. And here's Booker to take the lead. Yes!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Timeout called the Lakers. They're behind by 1. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, and looking at how much time they have, I think it's likely we'll see them try to get a good look and score quickly.
We've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Devin Booker.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
The Suns making a change here. Oubre's checked in.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
Now Booker.
I understand we're seeing.
maybe I'll come back in my seersucker suit!
Suicidal tendencies. Subliminal. Suicidal, man.
smoking them white goods before them.
For fuck's sakes! Way to wreck my car! Lord in heaven!
Okay.
trap. The chopper gon' hit you harder than a train. No witnesses, who you gon' blame? No Damian Wayne, I'm bringing the major pain. Get my amigo on the phone. Get my amigo on color.
From the home of creeps, cults, and rock and roll, this is Vinewood Boulevard Radio.
Los Santos, let's count our blessings time. 1, we don't live in a tornado zone. 2, we can turn right on red lights. 3, we're a long way from Europe, so most of us don't come here on vacation. 4, the sun shines all the time. We live by the beach, and still, every asshole I know complains too much.
Nikki, stop, bro.
Low-level seismic activity detected. Listening devices engaged. All communications are being monitored. Emergency! 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 Emergency testing complete. Return to positions.
It don't matter. Just flex on Nikki. Be like, I got less views than you. Yeah. Wait, you can't hear me out your mic? Nikki. Wait, you have to have two people in the party, Brisa? You can't hear Twitch streamer Brisa? Whoa!
Okay, wait, I can hear myself. Oh, why is April crying? Well, Nikki, how do you get back on the headset though? No. Are you sure? Andy!
Brisa.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello? Hello?
No. Hold up, it might be the
Hello?
mic thingy. Andy! No, I can't.
What?
Andy!
Brisa.
Just say something every time I say hey something to you, Andy.
Okay.
Andy.
Brisa.
Andy. If I keep saying your name, it means that I can't hear you. I can just. No. It is. Can I unplug it? I like that. Oh, I can hear myself again.
Did you even see what happened?
No. Nope. No. I don't hear anything.
I'm not talking.
I don't hear anything. That's mine! Thank you, April. It says it's fine. Girl! Who do you think said it for? Nikki, tell her it's mine! Dude, this girl rages.
Brisa, why are you in the middle of the water?
I don't know what's happening. I can't see the screen. It's mine. So mis canvases.
Uh-oh, Brisa, why did you die?
I didn't change the name for delivery.
Brisa, how did you die?
Unfortunately, your current location's outside our area of coverage.
pieces. Ah! Dios mío. ¡Tú pinche puto!
¡Oh, no!
like, I don't know, like 30 more games played than you?
Wait, how can you check my games played already?
Cause I was already in another park. I just put view 2K card.
No, hold up.
Whoa. Perky with the leaning. Nikki, why you sound so far, bruh?
What?
Why do you sound so far?
Bro, where can I hear you from? I can't hear you.
Get the flow.
Bro, I don't know why.
Come on, Nikki, we gotta go on this court. Nikki, hurry up, come here.